country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The island's most pressing issue set to take center stage as cabinet returns to Grand Bahama. Plus, the Progressive Liberal Party moves closer to finalizing its 2026 election candidates. And police in Bimini seize a large quantity of illegal drugs. We have the details.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, after months of questions and mounting expectations, Cabinet is set to convene on Grand Bahama on Tuesday, January 27th, for the first time since 2023, placing the island's most pressing issues squarely on the national agenda. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, arriving on the island today as the administration prepares to outline its plans for Grand Bahama's recovery and long-term development. Our Shalia Rose spoke with the Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister and joins us live now with the details.
Continue to raise questions about a range of issues affecting the nation's second city. According to the Director of Communication in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Ramming, Prime Minister Philip Davis says those concerns deserve clear answers. Prime Minister Philip Davis has arrived on Grand Bahama as promised for a series of high-level meetings. During the visit, the nation's leader is expected to address several pressing matters of concerns to residents on the island. Director of Communication in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Ramming, outlines the focus of cabinet convening on Grand Bahama.
We're here to really focus on the economic development of Grand Bahama and to really iron out what our partners, what that future will look like. I know that there are a lot of, we know that in government and governance, there's never a straight road to really achieving the overall policy or economic objective. And so for us, his focus is really economic development of Grand Bahama.
The communication director adds that the government intends to play an active role in shaping Grand Bahama's economic future.
As you're aware that Grand Bahama has a number of standing matters that is either pending for the administration or some new ones bringing on stream. The Prime Minister is having some critical meetings with some very important stakeholders in Grand Bahamas and long-time partners who have been historically deeply entrenched in the Grand Bahamian economy.
He also acknowledged that Grand Bahamians have a right to be skeptical, but notes that the administration is committed to what he describes as being on the right side of history, emphasizing that meaningful progress takes time.
Grand Bahamians have a right to be skeptical. I think that they've seen the movie show quite often. But we are confident that that this administration is going to be on the right side of history insofar as development of Grand Bahama.
Once again, the Prime Minister is
Thank you for that, Shalia. In other news, a slate of Progressive Liberal Party hopefuls will appear before the party's Candidates Committee on Tuesday at PLP headquarters in Grand Bahama as the governing party moves closer to finalizing its 2026 election team. Sources say the list of political aspirants include incumbent Pine Ridge Member of Parliament, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, and West Grand Bahama MP Kingsley Smith, along with attorney Tamar Morris and Dr. Monique Pratt for Marco City, Kurt Neely for West Grand Bahama, Brian Lowe and Kirkland Russell for Central Grand Bahama, and James Turner for East Grand Bahama, among several others. Deputy Leader Chester Cooper previously revealed that more than 100 people expressed interest in seeking PLP nominations nationwide. The final 12 PLP candidates are expected to be ratified on Sunday in the nation's capital, clearing the way for the party's full slate to be presented ahead of the next general election. Switching gears now, the Free National Movement has so far confirmed 4 candidates to represent the party on the island of Grand Bahama, along with its leader. They include the incumbent Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, Kwesi Thompson, as well as newcomers Fraser Gibson and Omar Isaacs. Party leader Michael Pintard says the full slate of candidates for the upcoming general election will be revealed in the coming days.
When we meet again, that'll be settled. In roughly a week, soon directly, that'll happen.
Meanwhile, the political landscape in Pine Ridge is taking shape ahead of the 2026 general election as the constituency's former Member of Parliament, Frederick McAlpine, confirms he will once again contest the seat as an independent candidate. In a statement issued to ZNS News, McAlpine said he will offer as an independent in the upcoming 2026 general election. He added that he plans to officially launch his ground campaign in the coming weeks, taking his message and plans directly to residents across the Pine Ridge constituency. Police in Bimini are releasing new details following a major drug bust on the island. Police Press Liaison Officer Superintendent Nicholas Johnson says the operation has resulted in the seizure of a large quantity of illegal drugs, and police are currently working to determine how the contraband entered the community.
Sometime on Saturday, the 24th of January, sometime shortly after 9 p.m., officers at Bimini Division, along with the Drug Enforcement Unit, along with the Defense Force and our international counterpart, the Drug Enforcement Agency, they conducted an operation on South Bimini, an area known as Buccaneers Point. During that operation, they were able to seize a 30-foot go-fast vessel. On checking that vessel, they discovered some 4 white coolers which contained 139 packages of suspected cocaine.
Now, police say the scope of the seizure highlights the seriousness of the operation. Johnson has also confirmed that 1 individual is in custody and is assisting with the investigation.
Upon investigation, it was discovered that there was a total estimated weight of 342 pounds with a street value of $3+ million. At this point, officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit has launched an investigation into this matter. We do have a 24-year-old adult male who is a resident of Bimini who is assisting police with this matter. Investigations are ongoing at this time.
Well, some sad news to report tonight as police on Abaco are investigating a traffic fatality that occurred on Saturday, the 24th of January, 2026, which claimed the life of a 58-year-old man. According to preliminary reports, shortly after 8 p.m., police were alerted to a traffic accident on Forest Drive involving a vehicle and a male pedestrian. Upon arrival, officers observed 2 unresponsive males lying on the southern side of the roadway, along with the driver of a white Jeep Cherokee. Emergency medical services attended the scene, examined the victim, and confirmed that there were no signs of life. The driver is assisting police with ongoing investigations. Well, in news from police tonight, officers are confirming that Tristan Bethel of Manowar Circle and the Coral Reef area of Freeport, Grand Bahama has surrendered to authorities. Police say Bethel was wanted for questioning in connection with a matter involving stealing. He is now in police custody as investigations continue. Also from police, officers confirmed that 27-year-old Chandra Glandrick Todd of Schooner Close, South Bohemia, has been taken into custody. Todd is wanted in connection with matters involving stealing and causing harm. Police say this investigation remains ongoing.
And still to come.
Women gather at Pelican Bay for the 7th annual Evolve 2026 event. We'll have that story plus sports highlights when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
At Dolly Madison, we want to start the year off right. On Saturday, January 31st, we're having a big tent sale. Get up to 80% off all items under the tent. This is a sale you won't want to miss because you could save on anything that's under the tent, up to 80% off. That's Saturday, January 31st, the big tent sale. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cash in on the big savings at Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you gain. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Shape Your Crepe has so much to offer, from delicious savory and sweet crepes, coffee drinks, and bubble teas, to rich, creamy milkshakes, matcha, and so much more. We are located in the food court at the Raven Mall, Freeport, Grand Bahama. Call us at 688-4273 or order online at shapeyourcrepe.com. Shape Your Crepe, handcrafted crepes and more.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
It will be a prophetic and apostolic explosion.
We're in the last hours of the last days.
Join the School of the Prophetic Ministry for the 11th Annual Apostolic Prophetic Release Conference, January 28th to 30th, 7:30 nightly, with day sessions at 12 noon, ending Sunday, February 1st at 11 a.m. Come hear from Prophet Eric Von Copeland from San Antonio, Texas, Apostle Rick Bethel from Florida, Apostle Christopher Russell from Christian Tabernacle, Nassau, and for the first time on Grand Bahama, Prophet Stanley Carmel from Canada.
As I am prophesying to her, I tell you, the heavy prophetic anointing is going to locate you.
That's the gathering, January 28th to 30th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. There will be an apostolic and prophetic explosion. Don't you dare miss it.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Pelican Bay Hotel was transformed into a space of inspiration and connection as women gathered for the 7th annual Women's Empowerment event, Evolve 2026, Becoming Her. Founder Deborah Pratt says the experience was intentionally designed to foster inclusion and authenticity, empowering women to evolve, overcome, and step confidently into who they are meant to be. The event also featured 4 dynamic speakers, including Eldrick Mackey, who says the theme couldn't have come at a better time.
When we talk about becoming her for the ladies in the room, for each of them, that her can look like a different person, but it's just encouraging ladies to become the best version of themselves, to become the lady that God has created them to be.
Oftentimes we hear people tell us you have to be like or you have to do, etc. But nobody really debunks a lot of the myths. Nobody tells you that it's hard work. It may be sleepless nights. It may be stretching yourself. It may be doing things that you're uncomfortable with. And so for me, and if you understand my brand and if you follow me, you know I'm always going to be authentic and bold.
The event also drew the support of Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie.
There are moments you will question yourself. Moments when your voice is doubted and you will have to choose courage over comfort. But here's what I've learned. Growth demands that we evolve. It demands that we believe in ourselves even when the road is uncertain. And to evolve, you must let go of what no longer serves you.
Well, it is time now for your Health is Wealth Monday Tip.
When stress is at its peak, it's hard to stop and regroup.
it is best to try to prevent stress and depression in the first place, especially situations have taken a toll on you. 1, acknowledge your feelings. If someone close to you has recently died, or you can't be without loved ones, realize that it's normal to feel sadness and grief. Remember, you can't force yourself to be happy. And 2, reach out. If you feel lonely or isolated, seek out your family members or community or religious groups. They can offer support and companionship. Volunteering your time to help others also is a good way to lift and broaden your spirits. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and remember, your greatest wealth is your health.
We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Christine Saunders. We thank you for your continued support and hope you're having a wonderful day. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
Well, Sherman the Tank Williams is going into the Hall of Fame. Plus, we've got a few career qualifiers over the weekend.
All right. Sports is up next right after this break.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cock the termites former Samus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Okay. I'm about to have a good day, no matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me, birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day, in every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or could. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies.
Come shop for what's essential and what's aesthetically pleasing for your home at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor. At Bullets Plumbing, you'll find a great selection of bathtubs, stylish pedestals, vanities, faucets and toilets, water heaters, pipes, fittings and repair parts. Then make it a one-stop venture. Outfit and accessorize your home with beautiful items from Seasons Home Decor. Silk flowers and vases, rugs, shower curtains and pillows, candle holders, and delightful wall art. All at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor, West Atlantic Drive. Telephone 808-3900 or 825-2700. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. Grand Bahamas Sherman the Tank Williams is one of the names that will be inducted into the Boxing Museum's 2026 Hall of Fame class over in Naples, Florida. The heavyweight slugger dedicated 30 years as a fighter and later as a coach, earning him the right to be immortalized among some big names in the boxing arena.
This class of inductees will be promoter Bob Arum, fighter Zab Judah, a legendary trainer who I've had the opportunity to work with, Emmanuel Stewart from Krung Boxing in Detroit. This is a pack list for 2026. My last fight was 2021. In that actual fight, I also has been working as a trainer in Denmark. Sarah Mahfoot was the first Danish female to win a world title. And I was her trainer for 3 years. I took her to the title. Detlef Rossing won the U title. So my boxing career has even blossomed more.
The Kung Punch specialist is a former NBA World Heavyweight Champ and WBF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champ, while boasting a 42-15-2 win-loss draw record. The induction ceremony takes place June 5th to the 7th in Tampa, Florida. Next in sports, Golden Eagle Design, Bradford, and Heats Athletics, Avante Lotmore are early qualifiers for the Carifta Track and Field Championships. The duo were among many athletes that competed at the Star Trackers meet over in the nation's capital on the weekend. Dipping under the under-17 boys' 22.03 second standard for the 200 meters, Bradford clocked 21.85 seconds. It is narrow first place win. Lotmore would settle for the silver, but qualified, clocking 21.93 seconds. Meanwhile, Carifta medalist Kiara Thomas also qualifying for the under-17 girls' 400 meters, but also the World Under-20 Championships with her dominant win in the 400 meters. She clocked a time of 53.88 seconds, well below the Carifta mark of 56.27 seconds and World Under-20 mark of 55.20 seconds. The Carifta Track and Field Championships are set for April 4th to the 6th over in Grenada. And lastly, scores from Bimini Basketball League. The Bimini Sharks defeated Bimini Select 40-39. Aiden Butler finished with a game-high 16 points. The Bimini Marlins quieted the Outlanders 67-51. Derek Francis erupted for a game-high 27 points for the Marlins. The Gateway Eagles knocked off the Police Enforcers 45-30. Nathaniel Ellis led all scorers with 12. And Bimini Select ousted the Stay-Lit Flames 35-32. Denzel Jones led the Select with 8 points. And that's my time, everyone, but your local weather forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Catch you on The Rebound.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose. Crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
It will be a prophetic and apostolic explosion. Join the School of the Prophetic Ministry for the 11th Annual Apostolic Prophetic Release Conference, January 28th to 30th, 7:30 nightly, with day sessions at 12 noon, ending Sunday, February 1st at 11 a.m. Come hear from Prophet Eric Von Copeland from San Antonio, Texas, Apostle Rick Bethel from Florida, Apostle Christopher Russell from Christian Tabernacle, Nassau, and for the first time on Grand Bahama, Prophet Stanley Clamel from Canada.
As I am prophesying to her, I tell you, a heavy prophetic anointing is going to locate you.
That's the gathering, January 28th to 30th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. There will be an apostolic and prophetic explosion. Don't miss it.
Here at Board Activators, we have a bunch of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of signage, stamp seals, we're a one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build trophies on site. Looking for a gift item? Feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue books, even bamboo covers. Have something already? Bring it down. Let's see if we can put that special something for you. You head home, memorialize the memory of loved one. The granite marker. Outdoor hours are Monday to Friday, 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea, a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or you can WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we'll do our best to make your words and recognition ideas a reality.
With over 30 years of service with integrity, services in Apical, New Providence, and Grand Bahama, providing modern and state-of-the-art equipment, specializing in maintenance and operation of these street plants, soil and sludge extraction, cleaning, import rollers and horse stations. We are efficient, reliable, and complete in reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Well, even it was a busy weekend in sports, a busy week this week. What are you looking forward to?
I don't even know, Jim, but I think I can see why you're being inducted to all of it.
I like the ones, but I don't know. Yeah.
I can the Bahamas in addition, Raven Davis. Bahamas tonight is coming your way.
Time when leadership matters, when policies and priorities shape our communities, and when the Bahamas deserves clarity, not confusion, there's one place for real understanding. The Rundown, where Bahamian politics meets real life, where policies are examined and accountability is demanded, from Parliament to the people, from Nassau to the Family Islands. No noise, no spin, just facts, context, and honest conversation. Join me, Howard Grant, for The Rundown. Weekdays right here on ZNS Bahamas, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Starting Monday, February 2nd.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the Prime Minister locked in high-level meetings over in Grand Bahama. We have some insight into what they're all about. Plus, it's their money, and they want it now. What's behind health workers' demands and what the Public Service Minister has to say about it. And frigid temperatures put a freeze on travel numbers. Hear how the country's main gateways impacted. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A welcoming party taking on more of the look of a small-scale rally over the Grand Bahama International Airport when the Prime Minister and his deputy touched down on the island ahead of Tuesday's cabinet meeting. Shelia Roll from our Northern Service is on the story.
Grand Bahamians continue to raise questions about a range of issues affecting the nation's second city. According to the Director of Communication in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Raming, Prime Minister Philip Davis says those concerns deserve clear answers. Prime Minister Philip Davis has arrived on Grand Bahama as promised for a series of high-level meetings. During the visit, the nation's leader is expected to address several pressing matters of concerns to residents on the island. Director of Communication in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Raming, outlines the focus of cabinet convening on Grand Bahama.
We're here to really focus on the economic development of Grand Bahama and to really iron out what our partners, what that future will look like. I know that there are a lot of, we know that in government and governance, there's never a straight road to really achieving the overall policy or economic objective. And so for us, his focus is really economic development of Grand Bahama.
The communication director adds that the government intends to play an active role in shaping Grand Bahama's economic future.
As you're aware that Grand Bahama has a number of standing matters that is either pending for the administration or some new ones bringing on stream. The Prime Minister is having some critical meetings with some very important stakeholders in Grand Bahamas and long-time partners who have been historically deeply entrenched in the Grand Bahamian economy.
He also acknowledged that Grand Bahamians have a right to be skeptical, but notes that the administration is committed to what he describes as being on the right side of history, emphasizing that meaningful progress takes time.
Grand Bahamians have a right to be skeptical. I think that they've seen the movie show quite often. But we are confident that that this administration is going to be on the right side of history insofar as development of Grand Bahama.
Once again, the Prime Minister is expected to speak directly to the residents of Grand Bahama this coming Tuesday. We will continue to follow this story and provide the latest developments as they become available. Coming to you live from the Harold de Gregory Complex for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shelia Roll. Back to you at the desk.
Well, thanks, Shelia. Now, Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, is meantime visiting countries across Europe this week, reinforcing the Bahamas' commitment to an international rules-based system. On his agenda, meetings with the Commonwealth Secretary General, the Secretary of State at the Vatican, and Bahamian diplomatic representatives stationed throughout Europe. Minister Mitchell explained that these discussions are critical to ensuring the Bahamas' voice is heard on global issues and to gaining insight from diplomats representing the country abroad. He emphasized that respect for the rule of law and agreed international standards remains essential.
But I think they also understand that when you are faced with an entity which is more powerful than you are, sometimes you have to do things which you would not ordinarily do. And I think as part of the public education role of myself as a Minister of Foreign Affairs, I think it's important for Bahamians and those in the CARICOM region to understand why in these circumstances that we now face in the international community, rules-based though we are, sometimes we have to make decisions because the actual survival of the country is threatened if we do not make a particular decision, which we might not ordinarily do.
In other news this evening, recent stats from the United Nations painting a grim picture of the situation over in Haiti. Even as the newly backed gang suppression force takes the lead in the ongoing security mission, officials seem doubtful the situation will improve any. More than 4,300 were killed last year as a result of gang violence. 1.4 million residents have been displaced, and more than half of Haiti's population of 12 million faces acute food insecurity. The new gang suppression force took over from the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission late last year. The previous mission, officials contend, never got the support it needed from funding to manpower. The mission then labeled unsuccessful as it failed to make any significant dent in the situation in Haiti. The Bahamas is one of the countries in the region lending its support to security efforts. So far, some 6 Royal Bahamas Defense Force Marines are deployed to the Caribbean nation. National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, says more support is headed there, but not before some guarantees are given.
And we will not be sending any Bahamian personnel to any theater unless we are absolutely confident in the arrangements for their safety and security. So until those matters are resolved, the deployment wouldn't take place. But the current commitment is for 14 additional, which would take our commitment to Haiti to 20 officers, Defense Force, and police.
And even as the situation in Haiti deteriorates, much of the focus has shifted, to the ongoing turmoil in the South American nation of Venezuela following the abrupt removal of its president, Nicolas Maduro, by U.S. law enforcement earlier this month. Developments in Venezuela sending a ripple wave across the globe and raising considerable concern for the region. Defense Force Commodore Floyd Moxey recently told ZNS News the situation in Venezuela is being closely monitored.
In fact, all of the chief of defense staff in the region, including myself, we are being invited to Washington to meet with the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff. I think this was supposed to happen next week, and so that they could brief us on the situation in Venezuela and the way forward.
Back here at home, Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says the rollout of biometric voters' cards remains on track, with issuance slated the first week in February. The cards are part of a broader push to modernize the country's voting system, but again, not mandatory to vote in the next general election. Valid for 10 years, the new cards feature a high-resolution photo, digital fingerprint signature, and a security-embedded registration number to prevent duplication or tampering.
Once you show up to a polling station, an e-poll book should be there to correspond with that, what's on your card. And the voting process is the same as it was in the past.
Now, as parties round off their candidates, the issue of individuals offering for frontline politics while working at state-owned enterprises has in recent months raised concern about fairness, conflict of interest, and breaches of general orders governing the conduct of public officers. Labor and the Public Service Minister, the Honorable Pierre Glover-Roll, provides more clarity on the requirements.
General Orders, I think it's number 949, speaks to political participation. No one has to resign if they're participating in the process until they are ratified, which means until you're confirmed, you should not resign. There's no need for you to resign your post. And that's because you are in a competition, and unless you win the competition, you're chosen and you're going to move forward in the political race, then it is not required of you to resign.
Meantime, for thousands of young Bahamians, the next general election will mark their first time at the ballot box or their first decision to stay away. Tonight, we hear from some first-time voters who say trust must be earned, promises must be proven, and change can no longer wait. Our Leah Cooper tells us more.
A new generation steps up or steps back as first-time voters weigh what's at stake in the next general election. For many, this will be their first ever ballot, and they're not buying promises. They're demanding proof.
Actual follow-through with the promises that they said during their campaign.
I'm looking for people that are on the side of the people, and they
they show that they're really going to stick behind that once they actually get voted in. I don't want somebody who looks like he's just telling me something because I want to hear it, but he won't execute. I'm looking for people who seem like they're real in what they're saying.
My next expectations from the government would have to be how well we perform with certain legislations, as well as how well we can bridge together the gaps for certain job markets and job opportunities in the Bahamas.
For them, politics is personal. They want to live in a country that benefits them. They want to see tangible results.
When passing legislations, I mean passing certain legislations that can grant certain people citizenships for us to actually have more jobs and create more job markets and job opportunities.
But it'd be great if we could, make it easier for people to get into business, because everybody nowadays wants to get into business. But in the Bahamas, getting into business is a really hard thing to do.
Actually protect our ecosystem and our waters. All of the Bahamas is based around tourism, and I understand that that's our most lucrative economic driver, but it's not sustainable in the slightest. So if we could become way more sustainable, because ecotourism is a thing, we aren't doing it properly, that would be better.
Still, not every voice is heading to the ballot box. With a growing number choosing not to vote, some first-time voters say disillusionment is driving disengagement.
When it comes to voting in general, I feel like no matter who you go with, unless you're going with a new party that's coming out, it doesn't matter who you go with, because they basically do the same thing.
You can come to our door, you can campaign, you can do all of the relevant stuff, yes. But when you get there, you're just going to be like the next person. So
it's a generation at a crossroads, hopeful, frustrated, and watching closely. Whether they vote or walk away, one thing is clear. First-time voters are paying attention and desperately want change. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, coming up, healthcare workers demand overtime payment. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Crunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous bowl and a drink or one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
This Earl will surprise you.
All the wrong places.
This Earl is smoother than the best.
Looking for love.
This Earl is fresher than the rest.
Looking for love.
Keep this Earl by your side.
All the wrong faces. Say love.
Smooth, steady, and always ready. Made for moments that sizzle. Your secret to keeping it golden. Jar Car Cooking Earl, the best of Bahamian.
You're looking at a shot there of Carmichael Road heading east on the left, the Southwest Plaza on the right, Wendy's and KFC. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Well, welcome back. A new PHA overtime policy is causing an uproar among doctors and nurses who are now demanding they be compensated for their work. Cleopatra Murphy caught up with reps of both bodies who see the changes only harming the country's healthcare system.
They did the work and now doctors and nurses want their money. President of the Consultant Physician Staff Association, Dr. Sherelle Lockhart, is making that much clear after the Public Hospitals Authority issued a memo noting that it had used up the money budgeted for overtime, and overtime would not be processed unless it was approved by Managing Director Aubanet Roll, the change taking effect in the January pay period. The PHA in its memo detailed that the measure was being implemented to preserve funding for what it deems urgent priorities, such as critical hires, and to strengthen oversight of overtime expenditure. Lockhart, who represents 135 doctors, is somewhat troubled, although she is not advising her members not to work overtime.
We are disappointed that the PHA is unable to meet its financial obligations at the end of this month. Senior physicians remain committed to care for our patients as we have always been. However, the government needs to prioritize health care, including its financial obligations to the healthcare staff. This situation, if not addressed, will not bode well in the future for health care in the Bahamas.
The move has President of the Bahamas Nurses Union Muriel Lightbourne urging her members not to pick up any overtime unless outstanding funds are paid and the situation is further cleared up. Lightbourne believes the healthcare system, already strained due to a nursing shortage, will only face further challenges, something she says management should have considered, as there is already a procedure for overtime.
If we care about the citizenry of this country, let us do the right thing. Put our heads together. Let us come up with a better solution. That cannot be the solution. Hold back on some of those cosmetic things, but we have a lot of celebrations sometimes.
ZNS News reached out to PHA Managing Director Aubanet Roll, who was engaged in a meeting. However, Minister of Labor and Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover Roll, addressed the situation.
We're not directly involved. That is PHA, which is a SOE, a state-owned operation. And I know that last week there was some meeting between the chairman and the managing director of PHA and the Ministry of Finance. I've been advised as an outcome of that meeting that the process is moving forward and that payment will be made. I haven't secured that date, but I know that you can find out the details from the PHA chair.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In related news, the Chinese government on Friday completed an ophthalmology mission that helped restore sight to more than 200 Bahamians. The exercise, which also gave Bahamian medical professionals an opportunity to work alongside their Chinese counterparts, concluded with the handover of some $280,000 worth of equipment for the ophthalmology department at the Princess Margaret Hospital. During a special signing and handover ceremony, both Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, and the Chinese ambassador reflected on this meaningful relationship.
For many patients, restored vision has meant renewed independence, improved mobility, and a stronger connection to family and community life. These outcomes speak directly to the value of targeted, people-centered cooperation.
So looking ahead, I am confident that the seeds we have planted today will continue to bear rich fruits. May the light ignited by the brightness action continue to shine in the hearts of our peoples and on the path of our shared future.
Local health officials also expressing gratitude about this donation. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, as well as local point surgeon on the mission, Dr. Valentine Grimes.
This initiative was born from a simple but yet powerful truth, that sight is dignity. It is absolutely necessary for independence and productivity, and improve the quality of those individuals who had the opportunity to have cataract surgery.
By combining donated resources with local expertise and infrastructure, we demonstrated the strength of collaboration within our public health system.
Shifting our attention now to travel. East Coast U.S. states still reeling from the impact of a winter storm that has seen the cancellation of thousands of flights, and though on a smaller scale, the story has been the same back here at home. Local airport and hotel officials talk to us about the impact on flights and occupancy with our Danielle Dean.
It's been deemed the worst weekend for air travel since 2019. Winter Storm Fern has forced the cancellation of some 19,000 flights in and out of the United States since Saturday. Monday accounting for some 4,000 plus of those cancellations, while thousands more were delayed. At last count, according to American media, at least 12 people had reportedly died. Here's Nassau Airport Development Company Vice President of Operations, Jonathan Hanna, on the storm's impact on the Lynden Pindling International Airport.
On Saturday, we've had 21 cancellations, with the majority of those cancellations happening yesterday, which was Sunday, and about 19 delays. Typically what happens with winter weather is there's a need for de-icing, and the operation slows down to ensure that the safety is always paramount. And so we continue to work with our airline partners at this time. At this time, they have not indicated that they would be bringing any larger aircraft or bringing on any additional frequencies, but that is subject to change, and we continue to be in close dialogue with them at this time.
More than 20 states are affected, states including the Northeast, Georgia, Texas, and Florida. Bahamas Senior Vice President Robert Sandy Sand says, as for local hotels, flight cancellations during the winter time don't come as much of a surprise, noting that the storm has minimal impact on Bahamas and other resorts.
The materiality of those cancellations have not been great because of the net impact of people not being able to leave and persons not able to come into the country. I can assure you that many of the passengers scheduled to come have made alternative arrangements for dates following their formal arrival date, so that they do not miss out on the experience of coming to the Bahamas.
A different story for U.S. businesses and residents, of which hundreds of thousands reportedly remain without power. ZNS advises Bahamians traveling to the U.S. to monitor the weather there and contact your airline ahead of your scheduled flight. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Zine.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
This is Porky's gas station, and this is Porky, and he's celebrating his 80th birthday this year. And to give back to the Bahamian people, Porky is dropping his gas prices all the way down to
$4.99 for limited time only.
So bring your car, truck, trolley, plate, or cup, and let's celebrate on a high note while the prices are low. Hey, Porky, let me get $5 with it and leave my car home when I walk here. Are you serious, man? Just $5, man. I can put it in my tank.
You serious?
My car home.
You serious?
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue. Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you, for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken.
Cloud nine, so many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken.
Ghost pepper wings.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, Royston and Marlena join us live at this juncture for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
We've got more than a sneak peek. As you know, the fast food franchise Royal Rumble is still ongoing, and we've got the big three in the house tonight, the spiciest of the spicy.
Oh, yes, we've got Atos Holdings with us tonight, and I know I'd mentioned last week that I've never tried Popeyes, and it's still the case. I did not do my homework over the weekend, so it appears I'll be doing it in front of everybody tonight. And we're going to try Popeyes and see what the verdict is. I'm curious. I mean, I love my Wendy's, but I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair.
I'm not being fair. I'm not diplomatic in this case. I'm fully biased.
At this point, Access Now, you're just showing off. You're really just showing off.
It's a good Monday.
At this point, and Marlena, you've been a bad girl all weekend.
I had Wendy's this weekend.
We gave you one job.
Right.
And I went and got Wendy's again.
After a commitment was made, the commitment was broken straight away.
Yeah. Well, stay with us, the Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
What if the reason you're stuck is because of the cycles you keep repeating? Cycles of fear, cycles of doubt, cycles of waiting for permission to live the life God already called you to. Every generation has a moment when destiny calls your name. On January 30th, 2026, that moment returns. The movement that awakened thousands is back, bigger, bolder, and more purposeful than ever before. This is Shift 26. Under the theme, Shift into Wealth, No More Cycles. This is not just another conference. It is a divine interruption. It's your permission slip to shift once and for all. A reset for your faith, your focus, and your future. So mark your calendars, gather your tribe, because this time, you're not just coming to be inspired, you're coming to be transformed. Shift 26, January 30th, 2026 at the Bahamas Convention Center. No more waiting, no more cycles. It's time to shift into wealth.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
At the signing of an agreement to improve infrastructure at Rock Sound International Airport, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, and President of Apex Pavers, Willie Simmons, laid out what the future has in store for the airport's development.
The island of Eleuthera continues to outpace prior years' performance in terms of tourism arrivals. At the end of November 2025, Overall CNA arrivals to the island showed an increase of 45% over 2019 and 22% to the same period in 2024. More significantly, foreign air arrivals to the island of Eleuthera reflected a 31% increase over 2019 and a 4% increase compared to the same period last year. But notwithstanding the impressive tourism performance, the growth and equitable distribution of foreign air arrivals in South Eleuthera remains constrained by capacity and by infrastructure. Today's signing will therefore go a long, long way in attracting new airlift and new opportunity to the island of Eleuthera and Rock Sound, South Eleuthera in particular.
The scope of works include milling the existing sand seal runway and replacing it with 2 inches of hot mix asphalt, raising the runway to mitigate flooding during the rainy seasons, constructing swales for improved drainage, and installing 8 drainage wells.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
St. Agnes Anglican Church celebrates its Feast of Title, this spiritual sanctuary standing as a beacon of hope and guidance for more than 180 years.
Plus, the Kiwanis Club of East Nassau hosting a health and literacy initiative. Those details straight ahead.
Also, an 11-year-old philanthropist staging a clothing drive in the Bain and Grantstown community. You want to stay close for that.
And in sports, more athletes meet the qualifying mark for the Carifta Games.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Today, January 26 is recognized as International Customs Day, a date recognized around the world and especially relevant for island nations like ours that rely so much on movement, trade, and connection.
It's true. For places like the Bahamas, customs isn't just about borders. It's a part of everyday life, from travel and business and commerce and even what shows up on store shelves.
Absolutely. It all connects, and we want to recognize the work of customs officers across the region. For now, let's dive right into the news. The St. Agnes Anglican Church marked its Feast of Title on January 21st. Established in 1841 and dedicated in 1845, the historic church on Blue Hill Road has long stood as a beacon of hope and spiritual guidance within the Bain and Grantstown community. This year's celebration spanned several days and featured a series of worship services.
We had a mass, by the Pontifical Mass on Wednesday by our Lord Bishop, and we also had Mass at midday. And today we're having evensong, sermon, outdoor procession of witness, and benediction of the Blessed Sacrament. This is like the culmination of our celebrations. Last year we celebrated our 180th Feast of Dedication, and so this is the 181st year. So it's like a year-long activity full of events, full of fun things for those in the community and the parishioners of this parish.
Meanwhile, health, education, and community engagement took center stage as the Kiwanis Club of East Nassau hosted an initiative aimed at supporting families and empowering the next generation. President of the Kiwanis Club of East Nassau, Jacqueline Jones, says the event was designed to address both literacy and wellness while bringing essential services directly into the community.
We're having a health is wealth and reading is leading. Our kids are our key point and our priority for the Kiwanis Club internationally. So we want to develop their literacy, and we're going to have a reading zone where we're giving out books to all of our children, and we're making sure that they're on par with reading in the country. Also, we're going to have our adult zone where we're having the screening, glucose, blood testing, HIV, and we have other vendors. We have vendors from Star General, NHI, and we're having these persons to partner with us because it's a community give back.
In addition to health screenings and literacy activities, the event also highlighted the talents of young students, like those who are part of the E.P. Roberts Primary School Choir.
For the most part, because we are in great demand, we take sometimes 2 days, 3 days to try and get a piece together. But it's good. It's all good, and they love doing it. They're here, some of them from the inception of September 2025. Some of them have not missed one function. So they are really dedicated to the cause. It's a great way to showcase the kids and have them up and about. It helps also with their discipline. They have to behave a certain way to be a part of the choir. So it's a good thing.
Such a great initiative. Meanwhile, residents of the Bain and Grantstown receiving a helping hand thanks to a clothing drive organized by 11-year-old Aubrey Edwards as part of her foundation, Threads of Hope. With weeks of preparation, including collecting clothing items and securing the location at Wesley Methodist Church, Edwards says her passion for giving back and community-based projects is what enabled her to spearhead the initiative.
Because there's a lot of people in need who are in need of clothing and who doesn't have access to clothing. So I decided to do a clothing drive for free to help those in need.
Incredible. Having organized givebacks in the past, including helping those who faced loss following devastating Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica 3 months ago, area member Wade Watson praised Edwards for her kindness and dedication to community service at such a young age.
Yeah, I think it's a pleasure. I mean, it's outstanding, and I want to applaud Audrey for what she's doing. You know, the constituents of Bains and Grantstown, we really have a need in our constituency, and I thank her for choosing the Bains and Grantstown constituency to help.
Great work there, Aubrey. Still to come, we told you last week about the online back and forth between Wendy's and Popeyes. And tonight we have Anos Holdings in studio, which owns both franchises and Marcos. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean has your Access weather forecast. So stay close.
Do we preserve records? That is the question that members of the Advisory Council on Public Records are inviting high school students to explore as part of a national essay competition. Chairman of the council, Michael Toot, emphasized that the competition is part of a broader national initiative to heighten awareness regarding the significance of public records.
Today's launch, therefore, of this initiative is not simply an essay competition. It forms a part of a wider national effort to enhance public awareness of the value of records and the archives to the nation at large and to our daily existence as Bahamians.
Permanent Secretary Lorraine Ambrister and Director Dominique McCartney-Russell commended the Department of Archives for its vital role in deepening students' knowledge and appreciation of history.
I came to the Department of Archives in high school, and I know how important the role of the Department of Archives is, and indeed all of the national libraries and libraries are in assisting us in development. As we know, the Department of Archives recently celebrated 50 years. So they've been so important in our nation's history.
We use the Department of Archives to support the curriculum. Students utilize the services to ensure that the information that they obtain, the information that they consume are evaluated, and they are they're fact-checked, and of course that they are accurate for their research.
All essay entries must be submitted by the 26th of February, 2026. John McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Your favorite products from wall to wall, we have it all at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. First Choice Sugar, 4 pounds, $2.59. Quaker Oats, assorted 18 ounces, $3.99. Ginger Evans Flour, 5 pounds, $3.69. Sweet Blueberries, 6 ounces, $3.49. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. It's a great year to save when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
It's
time now for your Access weather forecast, and we're looking at our live satellite picture, and you can see that front boundary that we have been promising you. Well, yes, it is approaching the extreme northwestern parts of our country, and it will go through the northwest Bahamas later on this evening, passing through the capital sometime around midnight. It will bring with it a few showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm, but behind that, we expect a nice cool down, which will last for the balance of this week. And our boating forecast tonight, the winds are going to start out of the west around 10 to 15 knots, but as the front goes through, those winds will switch out of the northwest, increasing its speeds 15 to 25 knots, seas building 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so very rough conditions after the frontal passage. Low tide tonight will take place at 7:29, so we do have an advisory in place for your boaters later on tonight in the northwestern parts of our country. And then in the central and southeastern islands, the winds remain light and variable with flat seas ahead of the front, but again, once the frontal system goes through, those winds will switch out of the northwest, increasing in speeds 15 to 25 knots. So by the end of tomorrow, we will have some very strong winds throughout the 700 islands. And then as we go into Tuesday in the northwest and central islands, the winds become more northerly at 15 to 25 knots, wave height 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So the advisory is now in place for both the northwest and central islands on Tuesday. Low tide 8:34 in the morning with a high tide at 2:17 in the afternoon for the southeast Bahamas tomorrow. Northerly winds as well, not as strong, 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet, but that will change as we head into Wednesday. In the northwestern islands, the winds fall off at 10 to 15 knots out of the northeast, so we will drop those advisory for your boaters in the northwest Bahamas on Wednesday. Low tide will occur at 9:45 in the morning with a high tide at 3:26 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, the winds northeast at 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate jump. So we'll keep that caution flag in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Women would come from all around to drop some of their only mind. It was another man done gone. This woman named was Diva Devo, and people give her business wherever she goes. You'd be surprised what's going on from late afternoon.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
As always, thank you so much, Basil. Well, after online shots were fired back and forth last week between Wendy's and Popeyes, we're joined live tonight by Atos Holdings, the owner of both franchises. We have Anne-Marie Romer, the Director of Marketing, and Jade Wells, brand representative for Wendy's and Popeyes.
Ladies, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Absolutely.
So before we get into anything else, I have to know how this all started. There's been a lot of fast food beef going on online lately, from portions to quality to... What is your perspective as workers? How do you think this all started?
Well, you know, thank you for asking, Marlene, and thank you, Rayson, for having us.
Absolutely.
For us, food is so much more than just functional. Food should be fun.
Right.
So we had this great idea, why don't we create a food fight?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And with that, it started with, you know, Wendy's was, you know, online, and she was having such a great time with Frosty. Popeye saw that, didn't like it, and then Wendy, you know, came back, and her cheekiness started to come out, and she started to say, you know, we're in Old Fort, babe. And you guys are yelling from Robinson Road, and then the shots were fired. And here we are today.
Making it personal.
Our spicy red-headed girl. She's been very spicy.
Yes.
This has generated a whole different sort of social media presence. We normally see some of the conservative companies using more high graphics flyers and videos. Now we're seeing an expansion of people just using the chat and giving these sort of shout-out comments. Did you expect the level of engagement from audiences and from these other companies?
But truthfully, when you talk about online, you're really trying to create a connection with your fans and your followers. It's not always selling a product or selling a service. So for us, this was a very creative and fun way we were able to insert ourselves into Bahamian conversations that happen around the dinner table during lunchtime. And, you know, as people, we're generally very competitive. Like, whose side are you on? So we just thought, what better way than to infuse our brands and to, you know, create, as I said, like the greatest fast food fight right now.
You've started it.
You know, so we've started it. So everyone is like, you know, shots have been fired. Like, should I run for cover? And we've been so pleased and really proud and happy of being able to do this because
As you
there have been
should be.
businesses that you haven't heard from in a long time.
Yes.
Who are
And they
very
even
involved now, right?
use this opportunity to
Like, let me
jump
get
on the
in this.
band. Right? Like, let me get on this. Let's capitalize
that.
on the fast food wars.
That Wendy's is responding to all of these. Now, Marlena did shock the country last week by saying she'd never tried Popeyes. Now, if she were, and we have the
Where have you
spread
been?
both here,
Where did you
right?
live? Marlene?
If she were to dig in, and we
Okay,
dig into
you
the
get a pass. You get a pass. You get
Thank
a
you.
pass.
Everyone's
You get a
making fun of me.
pass.
I'm
You
like,
get a pass.
So we're
hey.
officially doing this live on air to see if you're going to make a choice between Popeyes and Wendy's. Don't forget, I'm still Team Wendy's all the way. All right, the 2026 draft, I'm picking Wendy's, but let's dig in and see.
So, Jade, what would you recommend? I mean, you're in your Popeyes merch.
Yes.
What would you recommend for my first taste of Popeyes?
So for starters, I would recommend the ghost pepper wings.
Okay.
It is a bit on the spicy side, but I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of spicy, it's probably like a 6.
Okay.
And then from there, I'd work my way up to maybe the signature hot. But
Okay.
for the safe option, the honey barbecue is also a good one too.
Okay.
Which one's
So-
the honey barbecue then? Let's
This
get
one
let's
is the
dig
honey
into it.
barbecue.
Okay. All right.
I'll let you have this experience.
Scramble now.
Drum or flat? She's going for a drum.
Okay.
Okay. I will be very honest. I'm not usually a chicken person, and I'm talking with my mouth full, but this is really good.
Yeah?
And I know you said this one wasn't spicy, but it's actually got like a little warm.
Yeah.
But not painful, but... And Wendy's doesn't do wings, right?
We don't do wings, but we have tenders.
The
Got the
tenders.
tendy.
Right. Now, I know customers have also been really engaged with the whole promotion as well, right? So is this beef really a beef? Are you seeing people
is
pick
now.
sides? or is this friendly behind the scenes? Are you also competitive behind the scenes, or is it all friendliness behind the scenes too?
Well, I would say for Atos as a family company, when we do have our employee staff party, that's usually once a year. When we all get together, yes, we are a family, but when that competitiveness starts, is always Wendy's staff versus the Popeye staff. So
it's real beef then.
Healthy competition. Healthy competition.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you know, like sibling rivalry.
Where's the trying to start it?
Right. I want all the smoke. And speaking of smoke, I see this honey barbecue, my favorite chicken tenders.
And you
Man,
know,
I don't think I've had the chicken tenders from Wendy's
So
before.
good.
Marlene,
So good.
let's talk about
I
it.
have my, okay, here's what
Shout out to
happened. Let me explain the Wendy's connection, okay? I have been going there since they had to lift me and put me up on the counter to give
Okay,
me
so
my
you get a
little
pass. You get a pass. You get a
Yeah,
pass. You get a
yeah. And so
pass.
I've like my tried and true ones, but I will try one of these tonight.
Hands
And
down.
this is warm too. I'm a spice baby. I can't do it. But I will try one of these.
Oh yeah, dig in.
Is this the spicy one too? Oh,
No,
look,
just honey
that one.
barbecue.
Oh, I was like, we don't even have any soda. I'm setting myself up.
Absolutely delicious.
I can't complain. I really can't.
So what's your pick after that? You want to decide now, or are you just going to dig in some more after the show?
You know what?
She's on the fence.
You know what? I'd be like, I think I would need to do one of those things where, you know, depending on which party you're at, you're wearing a different colored shirt. I would have my different colored hats and be like, I love them both. I can't pick. I'm going to have to try all of them before I make my official decision. I have to stay fair.
You know, you sound like a diplomat.
Yes, I have to stay back, but it is good. I will be back. I will be back. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's time to turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap, and I'm going to try those other flavors right now.
Go ahead. Dig right in.
The number of Grifter qualifiers at the Star Performers Meet. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go.
Need technical support? We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
The Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. And even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. Only at Burger King Nassau.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports from track over the weekend. The total number of Carifta qualifiers growing after the completion of the Star Performers track meet at the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. The 23rd edition of the event showcased a number of top performances. And despite the windy conditions, the one-day meet was considered a success. Several athletes shattered meet records while qualifying for both the 2026 Carifta Games and the 2026 World Athletics Under-20 Championships. We caught up with a pair of qualifiers as well as B3A's president, Jamiko Archer, who spoke about the performances.
I expected it. I train hard. I work hard. I just came out here and do my best and did what my coach told me to do, and I put it out there. In the beginning, I just focused on all my techniques, what I learned in practice. I prayed to God, and then I just went out there, ran down the runway, did my pop-up and landed.
It was a very windy day, and I wasn't at my original mark, but I just had to work with it. I just tried to execute as best I could with the wind that we were having, and I just took off, kept my head high, and executed the full jump.
On the field, on the track, high jumps, vertical and horizontal jumps, the throws, we've been seeing some incredible performances, which I think is going to really tell a wonderful story for the Carifta Games.
Over in the pool from this weekend as well, Bahamas Aquatics hoping to strengthen their claim as the top junior swimming program in the region, hosting their New Year's kickoff invitational at the BKK, with the 2026 Carifta Aquatics Championships set to take place in Martinique this year, April 4th through the 10th. Bahamas is aiming for an unprecedented 8th straight Carifta swim title. Now, the kickoff meet saw a number of qualifiers as well, but as far as the team totals, there was a close finish between Mako Aquatics and the Blue Wave Swim Club. Mako would take the top spot with a total of 1,036 points. The Blue Waves trailing by just 5 points, finishing with a total of 1,031. Barracuda Swim Club accumulated 502 points to finish in third.
First meet, you know, we had the team had some mixed expectations. As you know, usually for Christmas break, the kids go off. Some are here. But for most part, the swimmers who were here during the Christmas break and for Christmas camp, they came up with some amazing time. Last night was pretty amazing. I think pretty much the entire team dropped last night.
To the pitch in beach soccer news from over the weekend. The Bahamas Women's Beach Soccer Program and the USA Women's Beach Soccer Program kicked off a series of 3-day joint practice sessions and scrimmages at the National Beach Soccer Stadium. The event designed to broaden the relationship between the two programs while keeping player skills sharp for upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great game. It was a hard battle against a really good team. You know, we're really honored to be here to play in this stadium. I mean, we can't complain about this environment for sure. But no, I mean, I think we played really well, but we hope to, you know, connect a little bit more.
We didn't go there and execute everything that we wanted to do. Still wasn't a poor performance as the game went on. We became better. We executed what we wanted to do.
And in tennis news, the 2026 Nassau Cup concluded this past Saturday after 3 competitive weekends of play at the John McEnroe Tennis Center at the Bahamas Resort. Now, in January, the event delivered high-level tennis and dramatic final round results and a true celebration of the Bahamian tennis community. The final day of competition saw the Rum Club, the defending champions from the inaugural Nassau Cup, entering the sixth and final round, leading the 2026 standings after 5 rounds of play. Rum Club would then lose all 3 matches in their final matchup against Cable Beach, opening the door for Team Bahamas, led by Captain Josh Herman, to surge ahead and capture the 2026 Nassau Cup title, the first championship for the Bahamas team. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
We got the high cost of living all over the Bahamas. We buy, you sell, that's a mission. A multi-purpose hardware store. Solar lights, the tiles galore. Building supplies, windows and doors. Everything in hardware, we got and more. Products better than the rest. Top quality, we have the best. We deliver to your address. You'll get a call or a text. We buy, you sell. We buy, you sell. We buy, you sell. Top quality, we have the best. We buy, you sell. We buy, you sell. Top quality, we have the best. We buy, you sell. Located on Robinson Road, 698-1140.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind. Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
You're looking at Ocean Club Estates on Paradise Island. This exclusive gated residential community is situated on the eastern tip of the island and features custom-built luxury homes, waterfront estates, and condominiums. Amenities include a private beach club, a 52-slip marina, tennis courts, and an 18-hole golf course. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. And it's time now to take a trip around the Family Islands. Let's go.
The nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is touting the growth of the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute, which saw a 15% increase in enrollment last year with just under 200 students enrolled. His remarks came at last week's Opportunity Hub, which shed light on various initiatives aimed at ensuring the success of Bahamians, which also includes the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute.
Participation at BAMSI, for example, is at record levels. And we are making major new investments in BTVI. expanding skilled trades, training in New Providence, and bringing PTVI to some of the family islands like Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma.
It's time now for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Stewart.
Why is everyone missing 2016 so badly? Because for a lot of people, 2016 feels like the last time the internet was actually fun. Social media wasn't this serious, calculated space where everything had to mean something or make money. Not every post was about trauma, healing, or going viral. People were really just posting to post. There was no pressure to perform and no fear of the algorithm punishing you for being off-brand. You didn't have to overthink content. You just had to share what you wanted to. It also felt like everyone had more individuality. We weren't waiting on someone to tell us what was trending or how to act. People did what felt right to them, not what got the most engagement. Take a look at this. Now we're older, more stressed, and online all the time. So 2016 feels lighter by comparison. I miss when TikTok was Musical.ly and it was actually random and funny. You'd open the app and see pure chaos, not strategy. No content plans, no 3 hooks in 5 seconds, just vibes. I miss when trends lasted longer than 5 business days. Now, by the time you learn the sound, it's already labeled cringe and everyone moves on. There was no pressure back then. You didn't need perfect lighting, a niche, or personal brand. You didn't need to look polished to be online. And honestly, I miss when people weren't selling something in every single video. Not everything was an ad, a podcast, or a link in bio. Sometimes it was just someone sharing a moment, and that was enough. That's all for today's Let's Talk Socials. I'm Matea Stewart.
As always, thanks so much, Matea. As you can see, we're geared up.
Yeah.
We're playing chicken roulette here. I've got the, I think they call it the signature
hot, I think.
From Popeyes, right?
And I've still got my honey barbecue, but they look so similar. It's
Very
like
similar.
if you miss and pick up the wrong one,
You playing chicken roulette?
you're gonna know, yeah, it's chicken roulette for sure.
I'm coming around. This is very tasty. I'll take a bite. That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. Be sure to tune in with us tomorrow while we eat these chicken wings.
And be sure to tune back in for the Bahamas tonight at 11 with Corbell Pyfrom. Good night, everybody.
Oh, the Scovilles are Scoville.
Chicken chips.
Chicken chips.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.